It is your girl Miranda, and I'm back with another video. And I have another message for you guys today. And I was waiting to record this message until Heavenly Father gave me the okay, and that it was okay to record this message. And so He gave me the okay. I was just in my home doing some deep cleaning while I'm meditating on the word, and God's just continuing to give me revelation. And I have a story that I'm gonna read to you guys. Story time. And I'm gonna tell you a story too, along with me giving you the revelation that Heavenly Father had showed me. So he said to me, or he showed me, the three little pigs. And I don't know why, but God has been continuously using cartoon characters. He's just been continuously using cartoon characters. I talked to you guys, not showed you, but I talked to you guys about how God showed me something regarding to the Looney Tunes and how he was comparing different things to the Looney Tunes, and then he showed me the three little pigs. And so it's so important that we really humble ourselves as a child, and in order to listen to the instructions that God is trying to teach us and tell us and lead us and guide us. And I just think it's so beautiful how you can take, or how people take or have done, and God allowed, scriptures to literally be in a story form. And so God showed me the three little pigs. And so this relates to two scriptures, which I'm going to read to you guys here shortly. But I want you guys to know the story if you don't remember, because I ain't remember. I remembered it, but I ain't remember it detail from detail. So I'm like, oh, why are you showing me the three little pigs? And then I had to go back and read the story. And then he's like, okay, this is why I showed you this. Da 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 da. And so I want you guys, I'm gonna read the story of the three little pigs. It's not long to you guys. And so once upon a time, there was three little pigs set out to build houses. And we know in Matthew 7:24 that God talks about building your house on the solid rock on his foundation. And so the first little pig made a straw house. Along came a big bad wolf, and the wolf called out, little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," cried the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the straw house down. He blew the straw house down. The little pig ran away as fast as he could. The second little pig made a stick house, and along came the big bad wolf. The wolf called out, little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," cried the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the stick house down. The little pig ran away as fast as he could. And so, after that, what ended up happening? After that, it says, the third little pig, that pig just so happened to build their house with brick. And so because the third little pig built their house on brick, when the big bad wolf came and he huffed and he puffed, he did not blow that house down because it was built on a solid foundation. Yes, in the Bible, we compare it to the rock, like a solid rock foundation, but it's no different than a brick house. So when the big bad wolf comes, who's the big bad wolf? Isn't Satan? That's another one of his names that he goes by. He's also a big bad wolf, always looking to kill, steal, and destroy, and always looking to stop the will of God. And so what did he do? He came to, or the wolf came to the little pig's house, and he blew the house down because it was not built on a solid rock foundation. And I'm going to just read to y'all Matthew 7 of 24. It says, build on the rock. Therefore, whoever hears these things of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. Or, in this case, the three little pigs, brick. And so, guess what? And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. What happened? The wolf came and he blew on that house, and he huffed and he puffed and he blew that house down. And guess what? But everyone who hears these things of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. And so it was, when Jesus had ended these sayings, saying that the people were astonished at his teachings, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes teach. So the people were so astonished, they were so amazed, like, dang, like, look at how he broke that down, and how he taught this, and he taught that, and he said this, and he said that. It's no different than the three little pigs. Guess what? The same thing. The same exact thing. So when you stand on a solid foundation that's built on the rock, and you build your house on rock, which we know who the rock is, Heavenly Father. And that's why it says here, but whoever hears these things of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man. And so what are the sayings? What is Jesus telling you to do? What is he telling you? What is he asking you? To follow his will, his laws, his commands, what he's leading and guiding you to do. So if you're not following his will, his plans, and the things that he's leading you and guiding you and telling you to do, just like I told you guys in one of the last messages, to be obedient. Be obedient to the things that God is telling you. Be obedient to the things that he's leading you. Be obedient to the things that he's guiding you and telling you to do. Because guess what? If not, when the rain comes, or when the wolf comes and it descends, that house is going to be washed away. It's going to be washed away. And so, super important to make sure that we are being obedient, that we have a solid foundation. So everything that we do, everything that we stand for, everything that we say, everything that we are operating in is out of, one, the fruit of the Spirit, and two, the will of God. And so by his will be done, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. So it's not our will, it's not what we want to do, it's not about us, but it's about what God is leading and guiding and telling us to do. Because if not, then guess what? When the storm comes, and there's a storm coming, whether you want to believe it or not, there is a storm coming. And that's why God has been preparing his children. He has been rising his people up, and he has been leading them and guiding them. And then, he also said Joseph. He showed me Joseph. And what happened? Joseph was the only one that was listening to Heavenly Father. And so guess what? He was the one who had a solid foundation. So what happened? What happened with Joseph? When the famine came, his foundation was solid because he listened. He was led. He was guided. What does it say? Therefore, whoever hears these things of mine and does them. So you can't just hear it and not do it. You can't not walk in it. You cannot walk in disobedience and expect God to bless you. You cannot walk in sin like willfully and thank God that he's gonna bless you. You cannot do that. Your foundation on whatever it is that you're building, whether it's a business, whether it's a family, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a relationship, no matter what it is, if your foundation is not coming from God ultimately, and he is not the ultimate foundation of any and everything that you're building, and you're not going first to what God says and what he's telling you and what he's leading you and what he's guiding you to do, and seeing what he says to do A, B, and C and how to get there, then guess what? Your foundation is not solid. So when the storm comes, when the wolf comes, when trouble comes, it's gonna fall, slip through the hands like sand. And so, I don't know who needed to hear this, but I pray this message blesses you. I love you guys. Be blessed, and I'll be back with another video, Elohim willing. Bye, guys.